Good morning, beautiful people, and a very happy morning to you from wherever you're joining us from. I hope you're faring well. I hope your night was fine. I hope you slept fine, and I hope you've woken up very, very strong. So, how are you doing? So, let me know in the chat how you're faring. Let me know how you're
And
doing.
I hope you've woken up.
Let me know how your night was. Let me know how business is faring. Let me know how you've been enjoying the sessions that have been coming from here. And there's so much value you've gotten from all our sessions. Okay, so this is good morning again from Abuja, Nigeria, and I hope you are doing so well. Right, so you are going to be seeing Amarachi in the chats. Do well to tell her good morning, and do well to tell her how you're faring. Do well to tell her how your business is, and basically um, how your life is, and everything she needs to know. Right, so share with Amarachi how you're doing, and also I have my colleague Judith at the back end, who is going to be our broadcaster. Amarachi is going to be our moderator for this particular session. So my name is Udema Bonessien, and I'm going to be your facilitator on this very interesting topic. Create a digital marketing plan. Create a digital marketing plan. Now, planning cannot be overemphasized. Planning is key from anything, based on anything. Planning life, planning marriage, planning relationship, planning business, planning marketing, planning anything, right? So planning is key and it's not different from what you have in the digital space, okay? The digital marketing space, the digital space, digital business, everything, everything in this molecular world needs to be planned out, right? So that is basically what we're going to be doing today. And we're going to be talking about everything surrounding planning. And we're doing that in three different segments. Now, the first part is we are going to speak about what digital marketing is and why it is useful for your business. And then we'll head over to how you can devise your own digital marketing plan. And then we'll share top tips for harnessing the power of digital advertising. Okay. So when you get to the chat, do well to say something and tell Amarachi how you're faring, tell Amarachi how you're doing in the chat. Hey, Sile, good to have you. You're the number one person on the chat. Glory, good to have you too. And just regular housekeeping as usual. Hit the thumbs up and hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and more importantly, hit the share button, copy the link, and invite a friend. Invite a friend to join us. Someone that's supposed to be here, invite them to join us over here. Okay, so thank you so much for joining us once again, and do well to share with us how your night was and how you're faring, how business is, and basically what you've been learning from all our sessions. So do well to say hi to Marachi in the chats, and don't forget to keep us super engaged, and then let's make the session really interactive. Okay, because I don't want to be speaking all this English alone. All right. Okay, so I'm going to be asking you a truckload of questions as usual, and I expect you to ask me questions as well, whatever concerns you and whatever you missed along the way from our previous sessions, and if you want to ask now, please feel free to ask. We'll be happy to assist. Okay, so once again, this is more like a reminder for the Google Hustler Academy. If you own a small business, NGO, or any of those, do well to head over to g.co/Hustler Academy. And then you sign up for the 1 week boot camp. Now, the boot camp consists of helping you and teaching you how to grow your business, your business growth plan, and then to sales, and then to digital marketing in details, and then to with some practical sessions, and then to financing, and then to learning how to pitch, and then you get matched with a mentor to walk you through the whole process. So, and it's all offered for free. So Google is happy to offer you all of this completely free, and then they hope you get the knowledge and you make use of it for your business. All right. So hit on that link and get registered for it. Banda, how you doing this morning? And I hope Zambia is well. Okay. Sile said I'm watching from Ntata. I hope Ntata is fine. I wouldn't know which country Ntata is. Please share with us which country Ntata is. And Foluke sounds like Nigerian. Thank you so much for joining us. And basically just everybody. Okay. So I'm going to be asking you some questions. So this is going to be my first question. How do you engage with your customers currently? Currently, how do you do it? Share with us in the chats. And how do you do it? Do you do word of mouth? Do you do referrals? And do you still print flyers? Do you still print? You still print billboards? Basically, what do you do? How do you do what you do? Tell us in the chats, right? So let us know in the chats. Banda said social media and physical, beautiful. Thank you so much. Uh, Kiro, thank you so much for joining us from Lagos. I hope Lagos is well this morning, and I hope you are not in the traffic. Thank you so much, Nkiro, for sharing. And Mapula, thank you so much. I hope South Africa is beautiful and well this morning. And so, how do you do? How do you engage with your customers currently? How do you do it? Share with us in the chat, and let's know. Let's know how you do it, because you are going to be drawing a track from there. Okay, so everybody that's in the chat, please hit the like button, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, hit the share, and invite a friend, right? And more importantly, let them know that we've started and let them come join us here. Thank you so much. And at intervals, just take a screenshot of your screen and share your social media platforms. Tag Digital Skills for Africa, telling them that what we have here is valuable and very useful to you. Okay. Okay, so thank you so much, Banda, where I give samples and invite them for farm visits. Oh, wow, that's beautiful. Thank you so much, Banda. And Mapula said flyers, websites, WhatsApp, and word of mouth. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Mapula, for sharing. And Kiro said engage with customers on social media and physical meeting. Thank you so much for sharing, Kiro. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody. So let's keep the chat bubbling. Amarachi will be there to answer all your questions. So we're going over to the first part, which is an introduction to digital marketing. But before we deep dive, I'm going to ask you again, what is digital marketing? Okay, so Banda said she's been giving samples to invite people to the farm, right? And that's super beautiful. Mapula said flyers, websites. What is digital with flyers? What is not digital with flyers? What is digital with website? What is not digital with website? People market, yes, and people market in various ways. Not all the ways are digital, right? So share with us what you feel is digital about the marketing you're doing. if I fixed it that way, what is digital marketing? Digital could be one hand, marketing could be one hand. But when you bring the two words together, it makes a different sense. Right? So share with us what you think is digital marketing before we just deep dive into the contents proper. All right. So Mariachi will still be there in the chat while we wait for you to say something. I'm going to give you some seconds and see who says something first. So who is here? Who is ready to say something first? What is digital marketing? What is digital marketing? All right. So I'm just going to go over to the contents. I'm just going to go over to the contents so that we'll save time while I wait for your responses. But don't forget to copy the link from the share button to invite somebody to join us here. Okay, so digital marketing basically is a promotion of products or brands using electronic devices or the internet. So if you are giving samples to people, that is marketing, right? If you want to do it digitally, that is when you may need to use websites or a social media platform like WhatsApp to Facebook and all those other places. So basically, digital is you using the internet to market. Every other one is not digital, but that's still marketing. And trust me, word of mouth is one of the most powerful ways of marketing. Even with in the digital space, we encourage people to drop reviews, and Google works on reviews as well. Reviews helps your ranking on the search engine. So reviews are important, and reviews are word of mouth, right? So reviews are powerful, but digital is going to give you that room to reach a wider audience. And yeah, so we live in a digital world, we live in a mobile world, and then we get to find out that people have been more connected to information than ever before. And we have people that have answers to pretty much everything at just a click of the finger. And then we have the power to do our own marketing research, our own advertising research, and every other research we can think of. So we have about 747 SIM connections in sub-Saharan Africa. We have 91% of South Africans own mobile phones, and then 80% own mobile phones in Kenya and Nigeria. And then we have some 65% of active mobile phone users in Nigeria that have shopped online. So if you are a business person in the business space trying to do your best, and you are not in the digital space, you are not targeting people with mobile, there's something you may need to add, which is advertising online, and definitely advertising to people that are on mobile, because a lot of people use mobile phones in this era. Okay, so share with us what opportunities might be brought to you, or what opportunities might arise from connecting with customers online. Share with us in the chat what opportunities you feel might come to you from connecting with customers. I'm still waiting for somebody to define digital marketing. So when you finish defining digital marketing, share with us the various opportunities you feel could be brought to you online. Marketing is beautiful, but when you market online, you have some extra benefits away from just marketing. So share with us what you feel those opportunities are when you get to market online. I'm going to be sharing a few. And now the first of them is you get to have increased reach, because you have global access, and then you meet people 24 hours a day, you meet people 7 days a week. People are always present on the internet to do things, right? That they're searching on the map, that are searching on the social media platform. People are always on their phones, so you have access to them around the clock. And then you also get to reach your niche audience. You allow customers to find your products and your services. And then you get to learn about your customers as well. One of the beautiful opportunities, you get to see what your customers are doing from all the feedbacks that are given to you. You know, you can get to conduct customer research and product research and see what customers demand within your space. And then you also get to communicate, improve your customer service level, get it improved, get the feedback sent across immediately, not like you get to respond to it after a very long time. And now we'll be looking at a few key channels to digital marketing. Now, first of them is the search engine optimization, search engine marketing, social media marketing, display marketing, email marketing, and content marketing. All right, so you're going to be looking at each of them briefly. So the search engine optimization is basically just optimizing your website so that it shows more often in search engine results. When people make a search on Google, what they tend to find out is the results that gets to show, right? And then some websites show 1, 2, 3, 4 down to the bottom. Now, if you go to the bottom part of that page, you are going to see some other pages: page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6. And what does that suggest to you? Those other websites are still people's websites, but there's a reason why some of them are showing on page 1 and why some of them are showing on page 2. Now, if you bear me witness, it's not everybody that clicks on page 2. I personally don't click on page 2 except I'm desperate. So everybody is fighting to be on page 1. The fight is to be on page 1 because people rarely click on page 2. So that is you getting your website optimized, search engine optimized for it to appear on the first page. And it takes time, just so you know. Search engine optimization takes time, you know. But on the other hand, search engine marketing is you paying for advertising to appear in search engines. So if you don't have the patience to wait for your website to come from maybe page 100 to come to page 1, what you simply do is just tell Google, please, I have some money, take this money and put my website in front. They will not just put it in front, they'll put it at the top of the page because you are paying money. So Google wants you to pay money and appear on top. So when your money finishes, you go back to your the number where you belong, right? So that is the big difference between the search engine optimization, the search engine marketing. So you optimize to come to page one. Search engine marketing, you don't optimize, just pay the money with the keywords you fixed, and then you come to page one, and you are at the top of the page as well. Okay, and then social media marketing basically involves using social media platforms to gain attention, gain traffic, send content out across the internet, and then display is the online advertising in many different formats on many websites across the internet, many websites across the internet. So basically, you find out that sometimes when you're browsing on websites, when you're browsing on some apps, you see all those displays that show up. Some of them come in video format, some of them come in written formats. All of those are display marketing, right? And then email is basically collecting and using email addresses to communicate with your users, customers, sending them content, and then eventually getting it to convert. And then content marketing cuts across all those other channels, all those other digital marketing channels. And it involves creating and sharing different kinds of content, the blog posts, the written content, the visuals, the videos, the guide, infographics, to attract attention and drive traffic. So that is for content marketing. So content is king. You need content for your SEO, you need content for your SEM, you need content for your SMM, you need content for your display, you need content for your email marketing, you need content for basically just everything, right? So content is king in this case. So let me take the first pause, the first of the three pauses to answer your questions if you have them. So let me know in the chats if you have any questions. We'll be happy to answer all your questions. I hope you are understanding all I'm sharing here this morning. So if you have any concerns, any questions, any observations, and you want to ask us, please do well to drop it in the chat for us so that we get to address it. Okay? And just regular housekeeping. Again, hit the thumbs up if you are yet to, hit the subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you are yet to, and then more importantly, copy the link from the share button and invite a friend. And then at intervals, do well to take a screenshot and share on your social media platforms. Tell Digital Skills for Africa how valuable the content from here is to you. All right, so while waiting for your questions, I'll just go over to the second part of this presentation, how you can build a digital marketing plan. Like we mentioned earlier, planning is key for everything. You want to plan life, you want to plan marriage, you want to plan relationship, you want to plan children, you want to plan a business, you want to plan marketing. Everything basically on this in this molecular world is built on a plan. The design, the car, the system I'm using, the phone you are using, everything, they were all planned out before it was actually built. So it's not different marketing space. You need to plan. You plan. Yeah, you should be fastidious in your planning. You should be and strategic in your planning. So there are basically 6 steps to building a digital marketing plan. Now, first, the business goals and the objectives, you need to identify that. And then the second part, you need to state what your budget and resource is, audience, and then you decide what channels you want to make use of. And then you plan the activity after you've known all these things, and you should be able to measure what you're doing. And we're going to be looking at measuring using the SMART, SMART, not like smart as the right? We're going to be looking at each of those steps briefly. So share with us in the to attend to them. Now, goals and your business objectives. So successful businesses are always based on both goals, clarity of purpose of what your business is, and gets to identify all the necessary actions. So goals are more like general statements of desired achievements or those actions that you take to reach those goals. Okay. In the case study we are going to be looking at, of monthly. I'm a hairdresser and my business goals are to get more customers and past, make more people in my area know my business exists. That is his goal. It's stated clearly. And now we're going to be looking at a few of the online objectives. Examples of online objectives would be for you to increase traffic to websites. Remember, the objectives are more like the goals are the general statements, while the objectives are the specific steps that you take to get those goals done. So the objectives in this case will be examples of objectives. Online objectives will be to increase web traffic, to increase online sales, or to increase social media page likes from your customers, or to increase online reach and awareness. So you need to set your objectives with an online focus right in your mind. And basically, you need to keep them side by side, right? So as we mentioned above, your online objectives are how you reach your business goals. So they should align with each other naturally. Your objectives should align with your goals. So your objectives could be to increase online reach and awareness, or to increase website sales and followers from customers, and to increase web traffic. Your goals could be also to make more people aware that you exist. If you want product, you want to also get to increase website sales. If you want to get found by more people, what you need to do is to increase social media page likes and followers from the customers. If you want to get more returning customers, what you need to do is to increase web traffic. And now we'll get to the second part, which is budget and resources. Okay, so budgeting is key. Resources and what you have is key. So you need to tell yourself what is possible with what you have, what is possible with what is available. Like in this case with monthly, you said, I don't have a website yet as it's too much of an investment right now. Truth about what your challenges are and what you can achieve with what you have. Okay, so it's very important to check your pockets, check your bank accounts, and to know what works, what can work with what is available. All right, and now the audience you want to target. You need to have a persona. It's more like a fictitious image of who your typical audience is. An image of who your typical audience is. So think about who your target audience are. And then in this case of monthly is targeting female, number one. And those female are living in this local area. Let's say it's living in Abuja. Let's say it's living in be female in Apo. And then he has those female that are married or single parents. They have children and they're working part-time and they're either 30 years or above, and they use Facebook. So monthly has told you a typical picture of what is audience is, a typical audience of his is, right? So that it doesn't just spray the bullets. You need to be targeted at some specific and particular sets and classes of people. So this is the case with monthly. Female in his local area, above 30 years, that either married or single parents, and then they have children and they work part-time, and then they use Facebook. The platform they use, the channel, their kind of job, their age range, their marital status, their location, and their gender. Very, very key. You need to list all of that within your audience. And now you choose the marketing channels that you want to target this your audience after you've known where they exist. Now, you need to know what is right for what. So not all marketing channels will suit your business goals. What works for one may not work for the other. So you need to consider which channel will work best for you. And then you do this by using your online objectives, what you want to achieve per time. So you need to choose the channels that will actually resonate with what you want to achieve. That's your online objective. So if you want to increase online reach and awareness, what you need is a display marketing, social media marketing, content marketing. But if you want to increase website sales, what you need is a search engine marketing, search engine optimization, and email marketing. If you want to increase traffic to your websites, what you need is search engine marketing, search engine optimization, and email marketing. Want to increase customer loyalty? What you need is a social media marketing, email marketing, and content marketing. All right? Okay. So when you finish knowing the platforms where you belong, knowing the channels you want to use, knowing your audience, knowing the budget you have, and knowing your goals, the next thing you do is to plan your activity. Okay, so let's look at the case study we have. So in the case of Monday, what is said here in planning activities, my online objective are to reach more people in my local area and get more returning customers. I don't have a website yet. It's too much of an investment right now. How could I use digital to help myself? So he has told himself an honest truth on what he has, what he can afford based on what he has. So we are going to be making a couple of recommendations for monthly, right? And now what we are going to be saying first is for monthly to list his business on Google Business Profile and create a website. Now the Google Business Profile would not just give you an online presence on search and on maps, it will also give you a free website that you can use to run your business effectively, tell your business stories, and all of that. So you might want to head over to business.google.com, right? And then you get set up for your Google Business Profile, and then create that website for that your business, and so that if you are just marketing by sending samples to people, you may want to also try that people that are not seeing you also may want to make a search on the map. When they make a search on the map, you should show up. If you don't show up, that means you're losing out on people because people always run to the map. People always run to Google to search for basically just everything. And then create a website and then tell your business story there. And now we are going to also recommend that he sets up a Facebook page where he gets to make posts and collect customer reviews, post pictures of customer hairstyles. And now this could be your own case as well. You could post pictures of your products, your services, your business on your Facebook page. And then just a step further to that, you use the Facebook page to run ads. Using Facebook advertising to target people in your local area will be also an important factor that will help you to attract customers, new customers within your locality. So we've made a couple of recommendations for monthly. Google My Business will give you a free website and an online presence. Set up a Facebook page, run ads. Three very basic key things that will help his local search engine optimization. And now we get to measure now, which is the sixth part, the sixth step to the planning. So what are smart objectives? Remember we said planning is key, but you need to know how to measure what you're planning. You need to know how to measure what you're executing. So smart objectives are steps that will help you to succeed in what you achieve, right? There are those steps that you need to understand as a business person. Where A stands for specific. What exactly do you want to achieve? How do you want to achieve what you want to achieve? When do you want to achieve what you want to achieve? What do you want to use to achieve what you want to achieve? And just basically giving your goals as much information, as much details, and as much thoughts as possible. And the M there stands for it being measurable. How will you know your goals have been achieved? What are your KPIs? What are your key performance indicators? What metrics will show it? Will it be in the volume of money pouring in? Or will it, what metrics will show that you're actually making progress? Will it be in the online sales? Will it be in the reach? Will it be in the number of people that are subscribing to your page? Or you need to state it. And then the A stands for achievable. Do you have the skills? Do you have the time? Do you have the resources to turn those goals into reality? And then the R stands for realistic. Are they just mere dreams? Are you just building castles in the air? Or is it actually achievable? And it must be time bound. T stands for time bound. It must be timely. You don't just want to keep an open-ended project. There must be a time frame, say 1 month, say 2 months, say 3 months, 6 months. Excuse me. You must give your goals a date that will ensure that you are motivated to push it all through. Right? So that's what the SMART stands for. So your objectives need to be very smart, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and it must be time bound. So let's see a couple of ways how to set smart objectives. How will you know if you've succeeded? So setting smart objectives will help you to measure the success of your activity. So we are going to be looking at the broad objectives first, and then we'll head over to the smart objectives. So your broad objectives could be to increase online sales. That's good. But the smart objective, on the other hand, will be to increase online sales by 20% within 3 months. That is how detailed you should give your smart objectives. And then your broad objectives again could be to increase brand awareness. But the smart objectives would be to increase brand awareness on Facebook, yeah, specific to the channel, by growing your audience with new people by 40%. So you've given it the necessary qualities that it needs to have. Okay, so that's how basically to run a smart objective side by side with the broad one that you had earlier. So a typical digital marketing plan will consist of a business goal, the audience, the channel, the activity, the online objective, and the smart objective. So in this case of monthly, what we have as his business goal was for him to reach more people in his local area, get more customers through his door, and then his audience are females, aged 39 to 45, and then in his local area, and then are past customers as well. And then the channels is going to be using is a local SEO, which is a Google business profile, and Facebook. And then the activities will be to build a website and boost visibility on Google, use Facebook advertising to target people in this local area. And then its online objective are to increase online reach, increase returning customers as well. And then its smart objectives will be to increase Facebook page likes from new people by 50% within the next month, increase bookings as well from past customers by 50% in the next quarter. All right. So I'm going to be taking the second pause to answer to your questions if you have some. Okay, so any questions for me? So I'm looking at the chat right now. If you have any questions, Nkero, Mfonakman, good morning. Thank you for joining us. And who else is here? Mapula, Banda, Foluke, and Sile. So every other person that is in the chat, thank you so much for joining us. And I hope you are enjoying your time here. So just some housekeeping. Please do well to hit the like button and hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell if you're yet to, and hit the share button and copy the link and invite a friend to join us here. So I'm waiting for your questions. I'm waiting for your questions. All right. Okay, so I'm just going to head over to the last part of this presentation while waiting for your questions, comments, and all those. Meanwhile, thank you so much for keeping Amarachi busy in the chat and for keeping us busy in the chat as well. All right, so let's see how to harness the power of digital marketing. And now getting started with search engine marketing would mean you having a typical picture of what a search engine results page looks like, right? So this is the appearance of what it looks. Now the first thing you're going to be seeing there is a yellow part, which is the search query. When what someone actually types into Google or any other search engine. Google is the ultimate, actually, you know that. And then what you notice next are the results getting shown, the blue parts, seen as either the ads or the organic listing. Now the blue parts are the paid ads. Now the green parts are the organic listing. Remember I spoke about search engine optimization and search engine marketing. Now, if you are using the search engine marketing, like I said, maybe you don't have enough patience to work your website. Okay, let me start with search engine optimization. Search engine optimization is free, but takes a very long time. Could take a year, could take less than a year, depending on how good you are, right? And so you work your website to page one, just like I explained earlier. Page one is where everybody wants to be because people really click on page 2, 3, 4, 5, and the rest of this. So working your website to page one may take you a very long time, and then you appear on page one eventually. But if somebody else with the same in the same industry like you has the money and pays Google, that's now the search engine marketing. Google always show the ones that are being paid for first before the search engine optimized websites. Now, what happens basically when people actually run a search is you type a keyword into Google. Google crawls the entire internet. Google bots crawls the entire internet and picks websites that have the keywords that you're actually making that search with. Then presents all those websites to you in a split of seconds. So Google also knows that there are people that are paying for it and there are people that are not paying for those keywords. So people that are paying for the keywords are the ones that will show first. You see some of them with you see some of the search engine marketed websites with art beside it. That small AD sign beside it, right? Then the ones below the ones that are the websites that are actually running ads are the search engine optimized websites. These are the ones that are going to see after the ones that are being paid for. So that's a typical picture of what a search engine results page will look like. And now we are going to be looking at a typical process for search engine marketing, which is number one, you need to understand your audience, you need to understand your customers. And I've mentioned that earlier, that you need to have a fictitious image, a persona of who a typical audience of yours is. Like in the case of Monthly, it said it's looking for females, mention the gender, age 30 and above. They must be either married or single parents with children, and they are working part-time, that's their job now. They use Facebook and they live in its local area. So you must give yourself that much detail of who your typical audience is. You need to understand who that audience is, and that cuts across all the channels of advertising. You need to understand how to tailor your message based on what you are sending out and who you are expecting to read that content, right? So you need to understand your audience and then find the right keywords, and then you can use you can need to brainstorm on good keywords to bid on that might be relevant to your target audience. Might need to brainstorm on keywords. You might need to use some tools. You can use free tools like the Google Keyword Planner. You can use keywords like Google Trends. You can use the paid ones like the Keywords Everywhere, RFs, SEM Rush, and all those other places to do a keyword research based on the industry you are and what you're trying to achieve. Then you create an ad copy. An ad copy is basically what people are going to be seeing when they see the ad. Like what we saw here, you saw the images, that is a shopping ad. Now below it is the other option where you get to find what the person wrote about that particular product, right? Best compact travel cameras. You bring camera, you bring everywhere, you bring everywhere camera, right? And all those other details. Now that is what the person wrote to represent the ad. Now research has it that what people actually read when the ad shows up is what actually catches their attention more than what somebody is doing on the back end. So 70% of conversion for ads are more of what people are seeing. So the ad copies are quite important. It needs to be catchy, it needs to be compelling, it needs to be simple enough to be understood, and possibly you have some little perks there, free discount, free shipping, price slash, and all those little things to attract people to actually take an action. And then when you finish with writing the good copies, you put it all together, and then you are ready to go live. And a few differences between the search engine optimization and the search engine marketing. I know I've mentioned a lot of this earlier on. So the search engine optimization, the listings are free, and the search engine marketing, you pay for the listing. You optimize with keywords, that is for the search engine optimization, but you bid on keywords with the search engine marketing. And we can take time to rank on Google. It takes a long time to rank on Google. But on search engine marketing, you can appear on the first page, at the top of the page, the following moment, as long as Google approves the ad. So let's see how you can get started with the search engine automation. Now, first off, you need to sign up on the Google Search Console, and then submit your contents to Google, right? And then monitor what you are doing in search. Google gets to monitor what basically you are doing, how you are performing in search, and to send you alerts on some critical issues, what you should do, what you should not do. Maybe your website loads slowly. They are going to tell you to reduce the pixel of your pictures or the pixel of your videos on your website or something. Maybe there's a box somewhere they'll show to you what you should change and what you should correct. And then you submit your site maps. And then you help Google to promote your sites. You can get to promote your site on and offline. And you can also get to share your contents and then you help Google and your users to understand your content by creating very unique content, concentrating on very accurate page titles, and then creating good titles and snippets, and then using hashtags to emphasize very important text. So search engine optimization is actually the technical aspect of SEO, right? Technical aspect of a search engine optimization is a search using the search engine Google Search Console. The local aspect of the search engine optimization is using the Google Business Profile, like I mentioned earlier. So let me just say it again so that I won't confuse you. Search engine optimization are three types. Now we have the local SEO, which is using the Google Business Profile, like I explained earlier. There's the technical part, which is you using the search engine Google Search Console. This one we just spoke about. Then you have the on-page SEO, which is you using good contents, good titles, good page snippets, and all those other options to make sure that your page ranks well and properly. All right. So a couple of tips for search engine optimization will be for you to run a keyword research, like I mentioned earlier. You can run a keyword research with the likes of using keyword research tools like Google Keyword Planner. You have the Google Trends. You have the RFs that is not free. You have the Keyword Everywhere. It's not completely free. It's a Chrome extension. And SEM Rush, and there are a lot of them. Most of the search engine optimization tools are not free. They publish high quality content and very useful content. Possibly add some hooks that can drag people to your website, and then make your websites and your pages very, very friendly, because the faster your page loads, the better it is for Google to begin to rank you high. All right, so it's important to make sure that your website loads very, very fast. And you can test the speed of your website by heading over to test my site, g.co/test my site. I'm sure Mariachi can grab that link from somewhere and share it in the chat for you. And so let's look at display marketing. So what are display marketings? Like I said earlier, we've looked at the search ads already. Display marketing are typically visual ads that are displayed on a variety of publisher websites. You find them on websites. You get to find all those adverts, MTN, Techno, everybody on your phone, on your browser. They're just everywhere, right? And then they come in various shapes. They come in various sizes. They come in different, just anywhere. They come like banners. They come like splash, and then they can fill your entire screen. They can look like interstitial, just everywhere. Look like banners and posters. Sometimes it could be images, sometimes it could be videos, just on those screens to make sure that you see what they are doing. So you can be effective in getting people to click, as they are often very eye-catchy and they make you stand out. So let's see a couple of differences between the display marketing and the search marketing. So maybe I must have confused you a little bit, but let's draw a line between the two of them. So display marketing basically focuses around serving ads across different websites, such as the news, the blogs, local websites, while the search marketing focuses around matching those ads to search engine queries, engine queries like what you have on Google. Now, when you go to Google to make a search, the intent of what you have is high. You're intentional about what you're actually going to go and make that search for. That's why search engine marketing, search advertising basically is used to drive sales. But on display marketing, on the other hand, you don't necessarily need to have an intent. It shows to you whether you called for it or not. When you're browsing on those websites, they'll just interrupt you. When you're browsing on that app, or when you're on YouTube, there's always that display ad below the video you're watching. They're always there to show to you that they are around. So always expect them every time. Right? So display is for brand awareness and for traffic. Search is for sales. Display shows on different blogs, websites, and then search shows on search engines. People go to make the search first before it shows up to them. So there's a typical process for display advertising, which is again understanding your customers. What do you want to achieve, right? Because this is actually what makes every other thing to happen. Your customers are key. Your audience is key to understand. And then you find the placement ideas and what do you want to do, and then you get the creative together, whether it's a visual, whether it's a video, whether it's a text, animation, and then you put it all together on the Google Ads platform, and then you are ready to go live. That's it for the display advertising. Let's look at the social media marketing, which is basically getting paid, getting you paying for ads on social media platforms, right? And having those platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and the rest of them, TikTok. So when you get to pay for ad, those are all paid advertising. Now we're going to be looking at the difference between the paid ones and the organic ones. But meanwhile, there is a couple of reasons why we should use the social media advertising. Now, the first and the most important of them is that it's always the best way for you to get to reach people, because people are more on social media platforms than on websites. So you get to increase your brand awareness, brand recognition, get to divert traffic to your websites, you get to have reach specific target audiences on different social media sites and social media platforms. You get to target and retarget ideal customers, and then it's a little bit cheaper to run ads to do business on social media platforms. And then you get to generate leads. All of those come to you from social media platforms. So what are the main differences between organic and the paid social media platform? Like I mentioned, we're going to be looking at this. So if you have to pay for your views, your actions, your clicks, your posts, and your ads, that is what you are doing is a paid social media. But if your views, your actions, your clicks, and your likes and your posts are not are all free, that happens in the organic social media, right? And then content will always appear on your business profile and in people's news feeds. That's for organic. And then your ads can appear in more places for the paid ones. Then you can only reach your followers and friends of your followers with organic. But with the paid ones, you can reach more people in more places per time. And then you don't actually have so much restrictions when dealing with the paid ones. Google and Facebook or any of the other platforms actually targets people that you've actually fixed within your audience to be. Okay, so a typical process for the social media advertising will be for you to, after choosing your audience, you need to know your objectives first. What do you want to achieve? Choose an audience. Who do you want to target? What time are they always available on the internet? Right? So you get all those your facts right, and then you get your creatives together. Whether you want to write, or you have visual content, or you have video content, animations, and all of that. Then you set a budget. How much do you want to spend? Now you need to still know how much you want to spend based on what you want to achieve, right? Because at the end of the day, the more you pay money into the system, the more the performance is. So you're not losing money. The more you pay, the more your money, the more your budget, the more the results you get out of it. All right. So I'm gonna be taking the last pause to see if you have questions for me this time. Okay, so everyone that's been here, thank you so much for joining us. Lizzie, Mfonakman, Keiru, Mapula, Banda, Foluke, Sile, and every other person that came here to join us this morning. Thank you so much for joining us. If you have questions for me, if you have questions, please do well to drop them in the chats. Now, the link for the Google Test My Site is there. The attendance form has been shared as well. And this is more like a reminder for the Google Hustle Academy. It's a 1 week that you are going to profit from. I can assure you that you're going to profit from this 1 week if you're eventually taken to join the next cohort. Okay, so head over to g.co/hustle academy and then apply for that 1 week of learning how to grow your business, learning digital marketing, learning sales, learning about financing, and then ultimately getting to also learn about how to pitch. And then you get matched with a mentor to learn every other details you may want. And then what are your next steps? What are your next steps basically? One eye is never enough. These few minutes we spent is never enough. So we enjoin you to always go back to learn some little more. So head over to learndigital.withgoogle.com/digital skills/courses. Then you're going to gather all the details you may need from here, right? You find some little more details, courses that you can get certified on a truckload of courses, can learn everything you want to learn from that place. And then follow us on social media platforms, Facebook, facebook.com/digital skills for Africa, twitter.com/digital skills AF, Instagram.com/digital skills AF. All right. So do you have any questions still? Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for sticking through. Thank you so much for keeping Amarachi busy in the chats. And I hope you are going to have a great day today. All right. So it's going to be a great day. So enjoy the rest of your day wherever you are, and do well to do good and spread the love. All right. So till we come your way once again, this is me signing out, and Amarachi, I'm sure she's grateful as well. And Lorian is there in the back, and Judith is there also. So thank you so much for your time, and we hope to have, I hope you have a great day. All right. Bye from my end.